What's up, guys? So today we're going to my favorite range. We're going to be testing out the Remington 700 that I just got done installing the scope, the muzzle brake, and the scope rail and the rings and all that good stuff. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check that one out. Actually, there's a few of them. And today's that day. I'm really excited. I'm a little late, so I won't have much range time, but my goal today is to bore sight the rifle using no more than 3 rounds. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. If I end up using 5 to really dial it in, then that's fine, but I'm trying not to go over about, I'm trying to do it between 1 and 3 rounds. That's the goal. Basically, that's the goal today, is just to get her sighted in at 100. I have an MOA scope, quarter MOA per click at 100 yards. At 1 MOA at 100 yards is 1 inch. So really quick, I'm going to explain how to bore sight the rifle, and then I'll go over how to sight in the scope, because it's probably going to be really difficult to do at the range, so I'll do it now. So let's say you install the scope, and what you want to do is you want to take out your bolt and you want to look through your barrel at whatever it ends up at. So the idea here is to fix it at whatever point. So just use a point of reference, say bullseye. So what you want to do is you want to center when you're looking through your actual bore, like your barrel and everything, right? And you're going to look through the opening where you're going to pull the bolt out from. So you're going to look through it, and you're going to line up the barrel on your stand, which I forgot, of course. And when you line up the barrel on your stand, you're gonna, that sucks, I'm a little bummed about that. You're gonna try to set it up to where you're gonna want to line up the scope and put the crosshairs in about the same place. So when you're looking through the bore and through the scope, they end up in the same general area, right? So your scope's not looking at like outer side of the target, and when you're looking through bore, you're looking at bullseye. No, that's not how you want it. You want to adjust your scope to where when you're looking through the bore and through the scope, they're pretty much in phase with one another, and they end up in about the same location. Then you're gonna take one shot. Once you take that shot, let's say the shot lands down and to the right of your bullseye, okay? So the bottom right quadrant of your target. Let's say the shot lands there, but you had your crosshairs right on the bullseye. What that means is you shot, let's say you were 3 inches low and 3 inches to the right? Just for the sake of this conversation. So what that means, if you're doing this at 100 yards, that means you shot 3 MOA too low, and you shot 3 MOA right of the bullseye. So you were 3 off on your Y and X axes, and you 3 MOA on each end. So because it's a quarter inch at 100 yards per click, you're basically going to want to multiply that by 3 on your scope. So in order to get on bullseye in your next shot, you're going to want to come up 3 MOA, and you're going to want to go left 3 MOA, okay? So you're going to go up 3 clicks, you're going to go up 12 clicks, and you're going to go left 12 clicks in order to get on point. Once you do that, remember, your shot ended bottom right of the bullseye, 3 inches to the right and 3 inches down. So you're going to want to go up and left on your scope, 12 clicks each direction, because 3 inches times 4 is 12. And the reason why it's 4 is because it's a quarter click, it's a quarter inch per click on the turrets, on your MOA turrets, right? If your scope's in MRADs, this won't work. So basically, I'll hit the camera back up once we get to the range. I've been looking forward to this for a while, months. And all I care about today is just getting this sucker sighted in. I'm just gonna use some sandbags, just go old school. I forgot my bench rest, so whatever. It's all good. We'll just use, you gotta improvise, right? You're not always gonna be prepared in the real world either, so if you're only gonna always depend on your bench rest, well, setting yourself up for failure in the long run. So you're gonna wanna learn how to shoot off your, you can even use your range bag. You can use your sweatshirt. You can use anything that you can rest your rifle on. Piece of wood. All right, guys. Once I get close to the range, a little bit off-roading, I'll turn the camera back on for that. So here we are, guys. This is the little road that takes us over to the range. Really rattles your rig, so you either got to go really fast or you got to go slow. I think I'm just gonna go really fast. I just go slow. It's a 4 or 40 rule. You either go 4 miles an hour or you go 40. I just go 4. Sliding. Oh, I'm sliding. There's Border Patrol right there. Sorry, buddy, I'm flying through here. I heard gunshots. I hear gunshots. South Bay Riding Gun Club. Riding Gun Club welcomes y'all. This is general public. I went the wrong way. Oh well. Speed limit's 10. I'm flying way more than 10. So I like to go to the range up here. So to the right, there's a 350 or maybe just 300 yard range. And I like to go to the one over here. It's 100 yard and it's flat. And you could shoot pistols here too. So you can go from 0 to 100 as opposed to like the other range is only, here we are. I'm just gonna reverse in, here we go. Well, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Next step, we're gonna set up at the bench, get my target set up, and I'll take you guys with me to show you what I do here. Wow, the trigger is incredible on this. Holy crap, that's close. So I shot maybe 4 MOA up and 4 left. Yep. So it hit like maybe this far apart. So it's definitely shooting a little bit high, a little bit to the left. So I need to go down about 3 MOA or 2 MOA and right about 3 MOA. I think I just got bullseye on a 3rd round. She said it. Good deal.
And every time you
Wow.
you are moving it. Yeah.
Now I gotta group her.
Have you pulled the trigger? Or is it you pulled the trigger?
I'm beyond impressed with this rifle. So she sighted at 100 or at 50. We're gonna put her out to 100 and try to dial her in at 100, and then we can reset the caps, cap them, and I'm done. Cool, set shot with that guy. He helped me get my target. Man, I had such a good time at the range. So let me tell you how it went. All right, so I first showed up. They were like, hey, you gotta go to another range to sign in. I was like, that sucks. I'm like, I just, you know, I'm already at this one. Oh shit. Keep in mind that if you guys come here, you have to go to the main range first, the 300-yard one, and like take care of business there, and then you can go to the pistol range. So otherwise, you know, they're gonna send you back over there. But I was like, hey man, I was like, can you just like dispatch him and ask him over the radio or whatever? And he just did that, and that was the end of it. Anyway, I had a blast. So do you guys remember how I said I wanted to sight in the scope at 3 rounds? And like, I don't know, I would probably settle for like 5. But the goal was to do it between 1 and 3. So I bore sighted this. So this is what I did. I looked at the bore, and okay, so there's 3 targets. They're each like one on top of one another, right? There's a top target, middle target, and bottom target. So the top target, I was like, all right, I'm gonna focus on the top target with the bore, and then I'm gonna try to kind of get the scope in the vicinity of the same thing. And this was at 50 yards. So then I did that. I took 1 shot. Well, the scope was a little high, so I had to bring it a little bit down. I took 1 shot, and it shot too high and too far left. But it was like maybe, I think it was about a couple inches above. I don't even know if it was that much. Yeah, it was about 2 inches above bullseye, and about 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches left of it. So that's pretty much to give you guys an idea where the first shot landed. I was like, all right, I just want to make sure. Oh, and since I forgot my bench rest, the guy offered me one, but it was like way too high, so I couldn't even reach it. Like, it was way above my eyesight. I would have been like taking a complete guess pretty much if I was to use it, you know, use that thing. So basically I was like, nah, this isn't gonna work. I was like, you have a sandbag? And he didn't even have a sandbag. So all he had, jeez, I think I should just fly through here. Here, I'm gonna tell you guys when we get on the main road. Okay, we're still like somewhat together, antenna's still attached. Okay, brakes still work. All right, I think we're good. All right, we're still recording. Good. So where was I? So yeah, I took 1 shot, and it landed about 2 inches too high and to the left of the bullseye. I'm gonna take 1 more shot just to make sure that it wasn't a flyer, or like I was way off or whatever. I just, you know, this is my first shot ever with the gun, so like, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? So maybe I just I pulled, I don't know. I panicked, whatever. So I take another shot. You want to really do a group of 3, but here, you know, I told you guys I'm trying to get this sucker sighted in within 3 shots. I'm not trying to shoot a group of 3, just waste 3 rounds on just bore sighting portion of it. Like, I can't do that. I take another shot, and it lands, I don't know, maybe half an inch away from the first one, slightly to the right of it. I'm good, you know, I just got to adjust at this point. So I basically, you know, that's when I adjusted the scope. Got all sorts of stuff. Oh man, I can't even focus right now. I got so much shit going on in this car. Did that. I did a quick calculation in my head. So I was like, all right, I'm a couple MOA to the right. I got to go a couple MOA right, and I got to go a couple MOA down. It might have been 3. Yeah, I think it was 3 because I was at 50 yards. So I basically was like, well, let's see, at 100 yards, 1 MOA is 1 inch. At 50 yards, 1 MOA should be half an inch? Half inch. So I did 12 clicks down, and I did 12 clicks to the right. I pulled the trigger on the 3rd round, I hit bullseye. That was awesome. That really just kind of made my day. I was like, hell yeah. I mean, that was such a good feeling hitting bullseye on third trigger pull. And then I waited to ceasefire, made sure with my spotting scope, and yeah, I definitely got a bullseye. Then on the next range is hot kind of deal or whatever, because you know they do ceasefire for about 15 minutes and then they go range hot again for half hour, 45 minutes or whatever, and then the last one they do really long. I had the target pushed out to 100 yards. I shot and it was good 5 inches above the bullseye. I went down 2 MOA, so I went down like 8 clicks. And then I went left because it was favoring the right a little bit. So I went left, I think 4 clicks. And I took a shot and I landed right above and still a little bit to the right of the bullseye. Then what I did is I went down 4 clicks and left 2 clicks. And I overshot, I went too far under the bullseye. So I shot, so the windage was good, the elevation was off, and the elevation was, I'd say about 1 inch below bullseye. So then I basically went up 2 clicks, and on the 5th shot at 100 yards, I landed a bullseye, another bullseye. So I took total of 8 shots, so 3 at 50, 5 at 100, and I got 2 bullseyes out of 8 shots. Man, impatient much? I guess I'm driving, going 45, I mean, whatever. That's basically it. I basically shot 8 rounds, I packed it up, grabbed my target, and went home. So when I get home, I'll show you guys the target, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, and I'll make a video of this. All right, take care. Alright, we're gonna video this. This is Border Patrol checkpoint. I don't think you're supposed to, but like, I'm just gonna do it anyway. It's supposed to be country. This music's horrible.
Your Christmas shopping yet? I am not going near the mall this year, doing all my shopping online. Amazon is my friend, just saying. Sleeping this fast, I can't get past.
How you doing, sir? Huh? 97.
I like those, man.
Thank you. That was the coolest Border Patrol encounter I've ever. I'm glad I got that on film. That's awesome. All right, guys. Catch you at home.